We all know Rocky Balboa, the ultimate underdog from Philadelphia, a boxer whose world was about jabs, hooks, and uppercuts. But what if we dropped him into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ? A world of chokes, arm bars, and grappling. Rocky's career was built on toughness and powerful punches. But in modern fighting, that's only half the story. How would Rocky adapt to BJJ, a chess-like game on the ground? By adding BJJ, we create a new kind of fighter. Would his determination and grit translate to the mats? Could he become an unstoppable force? Or would new skills dilute his greatness? Let's explore this hypothetical journey. To truly understand Rocky's potential in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we first need to break down the essence of his boxing style. Rocky Balboa is a character defined by his approach in the ring, and every aspect of his fighting tells us something about how he might adapt to a new combat sport. Rocky Balboa is not a technical master, he's a brawler with an iron chin. He's the kind of fighter who's willing to take a punch, sometimes several, to land one of his own. His style is raw, gritty, and built on sheer willpower rather than finesse. He absorbs damage, lets opponents tire themselves out, and then unleashes a barrage of powerful hooks and uppercuts. Rocky's ability to withstand punishment is legendary, and he often turns the tide of a fight by simply refusing to go down. His southpaw stance gives him a unique angle of attack, and he's known for targeting the body relentlessly. By focusing on body shots, Rocky drains his opponent's stamina, wearing them down over the course of a brutal fight. But what truly sets Rocky apart is his mental game. His greatest weapon isn't just his physical toughness, it's his perseverance, his grit, and his refusal to quit, no matter how dire the situation. Rocky thrives as the underdog, training relentlessly in harsh conditions that would break most fighters. Whether he's running through the snow or pounding the heavy bag in a gritty gym, his work ethic is unmatched. However, Rocky's style comes with significant weaknesses. He's easy to hit, often relying on his ability to take punishment rather than avoid it. His defense is leaky, and he's frequently caught clean by faster, more technical opponents. His flat-footed stance makes him a stable target, allowing him to plant and throw heavy punches, but it also means he's slow to react and struggles to evade attacks. Quick footwork and head movement are not his strengths. In the world of boxing, Rocky survives because of his incredible toughness and heart. But if you take him out of his element, into a different kind of fight, these habits could quickly become liabilities. His willingness to absorb damage might not serve him well against new threats. A fighter who can take him down, especially a skilled grappler or wrestler, would be able to exploit these weaknesses. Rocky's lack of experience with takedowns and ground fighting would put him at a serious disadvantage. Ultimately, Rocky's toughness is both his greatest strength and his biggest liability. In boxing, it makes him a legend. But in a new arena, it could be the very thing that holds him back. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ, focuses on grappling and ground fighting. It's about using leverage and technique, not striking. Control your opponent, take them to the ground, and apply submissions. BJJ is like a physical game of chess. Submissions are the checkmates, joint locks and chokes. A good BJJ practitioner uses leverage and timing, not brute force. For Rocky, BJJ offers a solution to his biggest weakness, the ground. BJJ would give him tools to defend against takedowns. It would make him a complete fighter, able to win on the ground. If he couldn't knock out opponents, he could submit them. BJJ would transform Rocky into a versatile fighter. Imagine Rocky's first day in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym. He steps through the doors, the smell of sweat and mats in the air, his boxing gloves slung over his shoulder. The room is filled with athletes of all shapes and sizes, quietly drilling techniques on the mat. Rocky, a champion in the ring, is suddenly a complete beginner here. The confidence he carries from years of boxing is met with curious glances and welcoming nods from the BJJ practitioners. At first, he's sure his strength and striking will give him an edge, but within minutes, he's quickly humbled by smaller, skilled practitioners who move with a fluidity and precision he's never seen before. They use leverage and technique to control him, and he finds himself tapping out again and again, surprised by how easily he's outmaneuvered. His boxing stance, so effective in the ring, leaves him exposed on the mats. Instincts that once protected him now put him in danger. The way he stands, the way he moves, everything is all wrong for grappling. He's forced to unlearn habits that have been ingrained over years of training. He's taken down with ease, feeling trapped and helpless beneath opponents who seem to anticipate his every move. The sensation of being pinned, unable to escape, is foreign and frustrating. Each round is a lesson in humility, but this struggle, this steep learning curve, is exactly what tests Rocky's character. He's no stranger to adversity. Instead of quitting, he wipes the sweat from his brow, gets back up and asks for another round. His resilience shines through, even when the odds are stacked against him. Rocky's legendary determination kicks in. He approaches BJJ training with the same intensity he brought to boxing, staying late after class, drilling techniques over and over and pushing through exhaustion. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every tap a step forward. He starts from the ground up, drilling basic movements, studying positions, and learning the mechanics of submissions. He watches, listens, and absorbs every detail, determined to master the art. Progress is slow, but steady. He learns to defend takedowns, to sprawl, to anticipate his opponent's next move. Each small improvement fuels his motivation and he begins to see the results of his hard work. Rocky's powerful arms, once used for delivering knockout punches, now help him control his opponent's posture on the mat. He learns to use his strength in new ways, gripping, framing, and holding positions with increasing confidence. His experience with body punching translates into a powerful clinch game. He adapts his close-range skills, learning to blend striking with grappling, making him a more complete and unpredictable fighter. Rocky's BJJ style becomes gritty and tough, built on the fundamentals. He embraces the grind, focusing on the basics and refusing to cut corners. Every roll is a test of will and technique. He's hard to submit, combining raw strength with growing technical skill. His ability to power out of bad positions, while learning to use leverage and timing, makes him a formidable opponent. Over time, Rocky transforms. He becomes a dangerous threat on the ground, capable of dominating positions and finishing submissions. His journey from novice to skilled grappler is a testament to his relentless spirit. Through every setback and every small victory, it's Rocky's heart and determination that drive his BJJ journey forward, proving that true champions never stop learning. As a hybrid fighter, Rocky's boxing remains his primary weapon. His opponents would hesitate, fearing his powerful punches. His BJJ would be a defensive tool, helping him survive on the ground. He'd be hard to take down and control, using wall walking to stand up. His toughness would make him difficult to submit. However, his offensive grappling would lack polish. Against elite BJJ practitioners, gaps in his knowledge could be exploited. His success would depend on blending boxing and BJJ seamlessly. Picture this: Rocky Balboa, the legendary boxer, stepping into a new world, one ruled by modern martial artists. Imagine him facing off against a world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, not in a boxing ring, but in a pure grappling match. The crowd holds its breath as the bell rings, and Rocky, known for his fists, now has to rely on his instincts and heart against a master of the ground game. In this scenario, Rocky would likely be outmatched. The BJJ specialist's years of technical training, deep understanding of leverage, and ability to control opponents on the mat would give him a clear edge. Rocky's toughness is legendary, but the specialist's knowledge runs deeper, and he'd likely dominate the grappling exchanges, forcing Rocky to tap or be trapped in a submission. But what if the rules change? In an MMA fight, Rocky's hands become a game changer. His devastating punches, honed over years in the ring, could turn the tide in an instant. Suddenly, the BJJ black belt can't just focus on grappling. He has to respect Rocky's knockout power. The BJJ expert now faces a dangerous dilemma. To win, he must close the distance and risk walking straight into Rocky's thunderous punches. Every takedown attempt becomes a gamble. Every clinch a potential disaster if Rocky lands clean. On the ground, Rocky's survival instincts kick in. He might not be a submission artist, but he could use his strength and determination to defend, scramble, and work his way back to his feet, refusing to stay down for long. But what happens when Rocky faces a true MMA champion? Someone who's mastered striking, wrestling, and submissions. This is Rocky's toughest test yet. The champion is a new breed of fighter, blending every discipline into a seamless arsenal. The modern opponent can switch from striking to grappling in the blink of an eye, keeping Rocky guessing and never letting him settle into a rhythm. Every round, the champion adapts, mixing up attacks and exploiting any weakness. Rocky's legendary boxing and his basic BJJ skills would be pushed to their absolute limits. He'd have to learn fast, adapt, and dig deep to survive against such a versatile foe. The champion's arsenal includes kicks, elbows, takedowns, and submissions, attacks Rocky never faced in his boxing days. The old-school style is tested by the unpredictable, ever-evolving nature of modern MMA. But if there's one thing Rocky is known for, it's his heart. His iron chin and refusal to quit are his greatest weapons, even when the odds are stacked against him. No matter how many times he's knocked down or taken to the mat, Rocky keeps getting up. He absorbs punishment, endures pain, and never stops fighting. The fight transforms into a brutal war of attrition, with both fighters digging deep into their reserves. Every round is a test of willpower, grit, and determination. The modern champion tries everything: submissions, ground and pound, relentless pressure. But can he finish the most durable underdog in combat sports history? Or in the chaos of battle, does Rocky find that one perfect moment to land his signature punch? The punch that could change everything and prove that heart can still conquer the modern era? Rocky's journey mirrors real fighters' transitions. James Toney, a brilliant boxer, tried MMA but was quickly submitted. Francis Ngannou, a former UFC champion, improved his grappling defense. He focused on takedown defense, keeping fights standing. Holly Holm, a boxing champion, transitioned to MMA successfully. She used footwork and takedown defense to defeat grapplers. These examples show a striker's path to success. It's about developing skills that complement your strengths. For Rocky, it's anti-wrestling, takedown defense, and survival on the ground. He doesn't need to submit opponents, just prevent submissions. By doing this, he forces fights into his world, a gritty stand-up war where his power and toughness shine. The new Rocky is still the Italian Stallion. His stance is lower, wider, defending takedowns. He uses his jab to control distance and punish opponents. In the clinch, his body shots drain energy. If taken down, he doesn't panic, using defensive guard. Constantly moving, he creates space to stand up. His offense blends both arts, waiting for the perfect moment. He trusts his chin and newfound ground survival skills. Rocky wouldn't hunt submissions but could secure a simple choke. With BJJ, Rocky becomes more durable and dangerous. He remains the ultimate underdog, ready to shock the world.